Hello and welcome. I am Benjamin Heck, the founder and chief engineer of Rex Instruments. Today I will present to you the Bronchoscopus Rex, or B-Rex for short. The B-Rex is a single-use flexible bronchoscope that will transform bronchoscopy. It's the first to enable built-in suction, the first to enable on-device control of suction pressure, and the first bronchoscope to enable instrument procedures with a slim bronchoscope. In addition to this, it has proven unparalleled suctioning power. So what is bronchoscopy? Bronchoscopy is used to diagnose and treat diseases and conditions affecting the lungs. Such conditions can include lung cancer, infections, and other lung disorders or issues, such as inflamed lung airways, if somebody has inhaled a foreign body, or if somebody has an allergic reaction to something that they have inhaled. Bronchoscopes are the tools used in these bronchoscopy procedures. They are used to navigate and visualize the airways, collect samples, perform biopsies, destroy abnormal and cancerous tissue, and therapeutically remove thick secretions, blood clots, and foreign bodies. Now, current bronchoscopes are amazing devices. However, they have some problems that inhibit their therapeutic performance. For instance, they have inadequate suctioning performance in many circumstances. They actually can fail to clear the airways. This commonly occurs in patients who have thick secretions, which is often seen in the ICU. All bronchoscopes carry an infection risk. For reusable scopes, this risk is elevated because they need to be reprocessed and sterilized between each procedure, and this is just inadequate. It actually still has a 2.8% increase in infection risk over single-use scopes, and all of the scopes are reliant on hospital wall suction. Based on an extensive study, it's estimated that 1 in 3 central vacuum systems are colonized, and with the colonization, that can actually reach the patient and cause an infection in as little as 30 minutes. All of the bronchoscopes have no suction level control. Currently, it must be done over at the wall regulator, which adds time and steps to a procedure. And currently, the bronchoscopes are not compatible with all of the patients. So, for instance, slim bronchoscopes, which are needed for pediatric patients and those who are difficult to intubate, currently are unable to perform any procedures with instruments such as biopsy forceps or cryotherapy probes. So this limits the number of procedures that can be done with these patients. In addition, the large scopes, which are primarily used for therapeutic purposes due to their better suctioning capabilities, they can't reach those really peripheral airways and also require a large endotracheal tube, which can cause more complications. And additionally, with the larger bronchoscope, it's going to be more restrictive of airflow, which many of these patients are intubated during the procedure. So with greater restrictions can cause respiratory status deterioration during the procedure. So the B-Rex addresses these issues. So for the built-in suction, this provides an added level of versatility. The clinician can choose whether to use a built-in suction or just keep with the hospital wall suction. It offers more suctioning power because the length of the tubes is reduced, and therefore less fluid resistance. Because there's no suction tubes, it also means that the clinicians are not impeded in their movement in the workspace. There have been reported many cases of the clinicians actually tripping over tubes and causing severe injuries. In addition, with built-in suction, you save time and costs. There's less pre-procedural setup, less maintenance and sterilization requirements required for each procedure. This saves hospital's time and money. In addition, since the B-Rex has its built-in regulator and offers suction pressure control, this means there's no infection risk from a wall regulator because you don't need to connect to one. Additionally, with it being right there on the device, it saves time and saves the number of steps in the procedure, because no longer do you have to go over to the wall to change the pressure during the procedure. This happens quite a lot during the procedures because as you go into a more peripheral airway, there's less cartilage structure, so it's more easy to collapse. So you really need to lower the suction pressure as you go into smaller bronchi. Additionally, the B-Rex offers the first slim scope to enable procedures with instruments. It's compatible with instruments up to 1.9 millimeters in diameter. These are biopsy forceps, cryoprobes, needles, and cytology brushes. So this offers greater patient utility in that with some of these patients that before you couldn't really perform these procedures with, now they can get the biopsies, they can perform ablation of a cancerous tissue, and also because it offers therapeutic benefits, it can replace a regular scope and offer more peripheral access than the regular large scopes. Furthermore, we have already demonstrated that our patent-pending features produce significantly superior suction capabilities on all of the size scopes. So for our slim scopes, we have already found that in this graph you can actually see the top 3 competitors on the left, which are Ambu, Verathon, and Olympus. We already have 11.5x the suction power of them on our slim scopes. On our regular scopes, we still offer 5.5 times the suction power of them. And on our large scopes, we still offer 4.2 times the suctioning power of them, which means our devices will be far more therapeutically effective. Now, what makes this possible is our exceptional team, which consists of myself. I'm the founder, chief engineer, and CEO of the company. I graduated in 2021 with my bachelor's and master's with summa cum laude honors from the University of Utah, and Dr. Chakravarthi Reddy, who is our clinical consultant, and he has past experience bringing medical devices to the market, such as with ReadyPort, and is currently consulting a variety of companies in the medical device industry. So when it comes to current competitors, there's really the big 2 of single use are Ambu and Verathon. They occupy most of the market space because of entering the market 10 years before the others. The other main competitors are Olympus, Boston Scientific, and the Surgical Company. Karl Storz and the Hoya Group are looking to bring single-use bronchoscopes to the market, but them, along with Olympus, have mainly focused on reusable scopes until the recent years in which they're trying to expand into the single-use market. When you look at the market opportunity, the bronchoscope market is a large, highly competitive market where really the leading companies do not have a tremendous amount of control in the market space. It's currently valued at $2.71 billion and growing at a rate of 9.8% annually. This is due to an aging population, an increase in respiratory illnesses and diseases, and a general move towards minimally invasive procedures. Now, the single-use bronchoscope market occupies $500 million worth of this market, and it's growing at a rate of 23.6% annually. They're rapidly replacing reusable bronchoscopes as a result of their cost savings, which average $157 per procedure, and the reduced risk of infection due to no need to reprocess them. Now we project sales of 21.6 million in 5 years worth of sales, or in our 5th year of sales, I should say, and this would correspond to a 1.5% capture of the single-use bronchoscope market. So far, we have patent pending status on numerous features that enhance the suctioning capabilities and ease of use of the B-Rex. We have shown that our prototypes outperform competition in testing. We've also had our plastic parts verified by Protolabs to be mass producible. They estimate they can produce 50,000 units per week. We have also designed additional features and implemented them into our latest prototypes, which we are currently filing a second patent application for. So moving forward, in September, we hope to have our simulated use study carried out, where we will compare ours against currently marketed competitive scopes. We will file our second application. By the end of December, we will have our finalized design and be in the talks with our contract manufacturer, which will likely be Biomerix, to have them produce production quality prototypes. In February, we will begin our verification testing, which will include biocompatibility testing, electrical testing, performance testing, etc. In April, we will have already filed our non-provisional patents. In August, 6 months after beginning the verification testing, we will file our 510(k) with the FDA with the aim of market entry at the end of December 2024 following FDA clearance. So how do we intend to generate sales? Well, we intend to garner interest through an extensive advertising campaign, directly reaching out to our target consumers at the hospitals and pulmonology clinics, and attending conferences that our competitors go to and pulmonologists and critical care doctors go to from all over the world, including ATS and AABIP. For our projected financials, and through development and the first year of sales, we anticipate to sell 7,500 units with a revenue of $2 million. However, because of all the development costs, we will have a net loss of $300,000. In the second year of sales, because of an extensive advertising campaign and clinicians seeing a clear benefit with our device, we anticipate an increase to 15,000 units sold and a revenue of $4 million. This will result in a net income of $1.17 million. In our third year, we will further expand, continue our marketing, and expect to sell over 30,000 units with a revenue of about close to $9 million and a net income of $3.33 million. After that, we intend to expand our market to include other endoscopes in a line of Bronchoscopus Rex endoscopes. So we're currently looking to get seed funding. We have a pre-money valuation of the company of $3.6 million. This is due to our IP, which includes our provisional patent application on several features, and we're about to add another one. The demonstrated superiority of our prototypes compared to the currently marketed scopes. A burgeoning market in the single-use scopes. It's growing extremely rapidly. And our exceptional team that accepts nothing but excellence. So with that, we're looking for $900,000 for 20% equity in the company. We're expecting a return on investment of around 5x after 5 years. And the way we plan to use this money is to actually get our products to the market with FDA clearance and to have all of our IP completed with all non-provisional patents filed. And so to do this, we will need to spend money on manufacturing. furthering the IP protection, FDA registration, 510(k) clearance, software, in-house injection molding, testing the devices, continued development, so working compensation, and other expenses such as materials, equipment, and any unforeseen expense. With that, thank you for your time. You can learn more at bronchorex.com or contact me at benheck@bronchorex.com or 512-569-4364. Thank you and have a good day.